Hey everybody, how are you all doing on this lovely evening? I decided to go for a walk and film a few things. This is the view I wake up to every morning. I love the mountains. Anyway, there's a dog in the background. So I just recently purchased a computer. All the videos I've been doing have been on my phone, so I'm going to get some video editing software and see about getting a lot better videos out. I've also got a small waterproof video camera that I'm going to be using to make underwater scenes. There's a small stream that runs along each side of the field through the forest. I would take you in there, but maybe. There are several species of salamanders and crayfish that live in the streams there, frogs as well. Over there in the woods there, it's a low-lying area, and there's a lot of water stands there in the spring and fall and any other time that it rains a lot, so you get a lot of tree frogs that nest over there, especially spring peepers. I think something just walked in here. It may have been a deer. I know it's rather dark. I don't want to crawl through the brush too much in the dark. There are some pretty nasty, or some snakes that can give pretty nasty bites. I'm not afraid of snakes. I grew up catching them. But at the same time, you don't mess with a loaded firearm, so you don't mess with a snake, because, or at least not a venomous snake, because it's pretty much the same thing. You'll end up getting hurt if you mess with them a lot. It's not their fault, it's just the way they are. I will be making videos on snakes eventually. If you look at the little bit of trees standing right about there, it's a wet area too. There was a pond there. It's pretty much filled in now, but there's a lot of frogs in there. You have bullfrogs and wood frogs and several other species. The stream is pretty much dry. It does that every year. The salamanders, if you look, there's water there. The animals adapt. They always have and always will. Maybe soon I will show you some examples of the salamanders. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's several birds. One's almost like finches or sparrows. Can't really see them. There goes one. Oh, there's a nest. Huh. Anyway, let's walk on the other side and down. Here in Tennessee, most of the forest or most of the trees are deciduous. There are conifers, but it is predominantly things like oak and maple. You have walnut, black walnut, black cherry, sweet gum, the animals rely very heavily on some of these. Squirrels love the walnut trees. Squirrels and chipmunks and other creatures that can bust through their hard shell. There's a lot of birch along the tree here. Birch, beech. That's birch. You have tulip poplar. And over here, is one of the locust trees. It's not as dense in there as it appears. Generally speaking, the barrier between the forest and the open area has a lot of density to it, and once you get back a little ways, the forest opens up. That's because all the trees and other plants are competing for the sunlight that is provided in these open areas. Of course, plants need sunlight to produce carbohydrates through photosynthesis. This is just rambling. This is something I felt like doing. So there is also a really interesting tree that has a lot of appeal to animals. It's in here somewhere. I can't see the fruit on the tree. Anyway, it's a persimmon. When the persimmons get ripe, deers like them. Possums, raccoons, just about anything. They are extremely bitter before they ripen. And a lot of people who have eaten them has had a bad experience, and it is because they are not ripe yet. But this is my video for today. Again, I will soon be getting my computers up. I just got to get an editing software. I would like to get a better camera eventually when I get the funds, but the computer works. It's not an expensive computer, but it'll do for now. But I will hopefully with that get everything running better video production, better quality of video. The Johnson's grass over here is extremely tall. I'm walk over to it. But yeah, so hopefully soon the quality of my videos will pick up, and hopefully soon I'll get time to actually sit down and make the videos I want to make on paleontology and biology. One thing I would like to say is once fall and winter come, I am going to be making videos of me hunting fossils in the mountains here. There is a lot of carboniferous fossils. At that time, the earth was just covered in large areas of swamp. There was extremely large insects due to a high oxygen concentration in the air at that time. The carboniferous is a big part of the coal deposits, especially throughout the eastern United States. And old coal mines are a very good place to find fossils. Mostly what you'd find are tree ferns inside, and I can't think of the names that I want to say, but basically tree ferns, giant reeds. The whole landscape was completely different than what it is now. There was reptiles and amphibians at the time, as well as fish. I was able at one point to find a footprint of one of the small amphibians, but unfortunately that was discarded in my attempt to pack up and go home on that day, and I had lost it. That would have been pretty much the only one found in the county that I reside in, and it would have been nice to take it to a paleontologist to at least have them documented anyway. That is, however, going to be the end of my video. It's rather long, and it is extremely rambly as I have gotten here lately. I promise they won't, in the future won't be rambly, but this will work for now. Here's the Johnson's grass. Oh, and the purple flowers over there. If I can zoom in. The milkweed. That plays a very big part in monarch butterflies. Monarch butterflies use milkweed. They lay their eggs on milkweed. The caterpillars hatch and eat the weed. The weed is somewhat toxic, which the caterpillars then convert, as well as the butterflies, even though the butterflies quit. They convert that into a bitter taste that is slightly toxic, but really doesn't hurt anything. It's just the taste that causes them to be bitter and makes them unappetizing to animals. But the milkweed is what they use to. That is pretty much solely what they lay their eggs on, and it's a shame that, because there are a lot of people who cut it down, and the monarchs are not exactly doing so well due to pesticides and other things. Same with the bees. A lot of our pollinators are dying off. But anyway, I kind of went on a tangent there. So everybody have a blessed day, and stay safe in the pandemic.